This defense demands the best out of everyone, especially the safeties.
The safety has to be a guy that's versatile. You have to be able to fit in the box. You have to be able to play in space and cover receivers. You got to help communicate to the corners and to the linebackers about different checks and calls we're in. That room has a lot of responsibility in regards to setting the table, but also making plays. And those guys step up and do it time and time again.
When it comes to ensuring that the safeties are prepared, the wave turns to defensive analyst Rob Greene.
It's a really great room, man. It's a good mixture of older guys with Jalen Geiger and Slim Despaney, guys that have seen a lot and played a lot. Then you have young guys who are very talented with Jack Chinchu, Kevin Adams, Josh Moore, that are going out and producing. And so it's just fun to be around. They bring positive energy. Everyone's got a great attitude. Very enjoyable to coach. I mean, you're literally always coaching football. You're not having to coach somebody's body language, somebody's attitude, somebody's work ethic. Like, they come to work, they want to get better, and they want to have fun doing it.
He just brings a culture into the DB room that you just love to play for him. That's really it.
I feel like me and Coach Greene just been through the grind together, so he came in and really helped me to get to where I am now.
He know all our personalities, so he gets on all of us in the ways that he know. He like to get under my skin, so he mess with me almost every day. Come in when we stretch, he always come straight to me, come talk trash to me, get me started, get me hot.
He'll come up to you, ask how you doing, ask how your day was. If he hears something up about you, he'll bring it up to you, mention it to you. And like I said, he's always just trying to make you better. So whether that be on the field, teaching you about this route or this coverage, he'll be off the field just talking to you, giving you a normal conversation.
We have put so much effort work in to get to this point. Let the world freaking see it tonight. You hear me? Yes, let the world see the work you put in.
Try to read where they're coming from on each day. Like, you walk into the room, you can usually tell where their body language is, where their mind is, meet them where they're at, and then bring them where they need to be. But it starts with, you can't do that until they know that you really care about them as a person.
It's not all coaching in the safety room. From the young guns to the veterans, these guys have earned every opportunity.
In that room, yeah, we all pride ourselves on being able to know what to do, especially those travel guys, those guys that's going on that trip. We always make sure that we're interchangeable, whether that be someone goes down, someone gets hurt, we're always next man up mentality.
I feel like we established that this summer. I feel like we made strides in spending time with each other, being able to learn each other, being able to learn what our strengths, our weaknesses, and being able to help each other grow from that.
What we try to do is just try to be the same every day. Like, we try to be consistent in everything that we're doing, from our meetings to our pre-practice to our walkthroughs to Indy to practice. Like, if we're as consistent as possible with the little things, then those things are the things that translate on game day.
5-2 versus 5-2. 2-1 in the conference versus 3-0 in the conference. What do we want? We want to be in these kind of matchups. Like, we want to play people that are having success.
Sometimes to find the right motivation for a game, you have to circle back to what works.
B, where your feet are. B, where your feet are. Let's have a great Wednesday.
Yeah, I think sometimes you have to circle back to foundational things that really help continue to push you forward or get you better. And for our guys, it was just reminding them, be where your feet are, do the little things well, do simple better like we've talked about before. Don't make it more complicated than it is. And really, at the end of the day, it's just do your job to the best of your ability, so that way when your best is required, it's all you know.
We just need to get back to doing the small details and focus a lot more on the little details, the minor details, which will get you beat.
North Texas, they're a good program, a good team. They got some studs on their side of the ball. And, when you're going into a game like that, it's more important to just focus on the little things, because the minute details, those are what win and lose games.
The intent of that Tuesday practice was a hell of a lot better. Was it good enough, maybe? We got things to clean up. But the intent was a hell of a lot better than last Tuesday. And if we don't stack that this week, guys, we ain't gonna be prepared to play the right way. 5-2 versus 5-2. Conference championship type game. Like, what do we want to be? Make your damn mind up. What do we want to be? Everybody good?
Yes, sir.
B,
where your feet are.
This game meant a little more. The Mean Green chose the Wave as their homecoming game, and we took that personally.
Guys, if this has got to have a little something extra on it. Like, it's got to have just a little something extra on it. All right? If it doesn't, man, like, just evaluate what you're doing this for, because it's gonna mean something.
But just be flat out honest. I feel like it should be about the wave. I feel like the Green Wave offense, the Green Wave defense, the Green Wave special teams, I feel like we should be the topic of every game that we go into. And being that it was a homecoming game, I feel like everybody knows, like, when you put somebody from homecoming, it's like a game that you kind of think that's gonna be a for sure win. So just being that and being that team, that hungry team that we are, we felt kind of disrespected, as in, like, that's what they labeled us, that's what they labeled our program as. So I feel like we took that as a level of disrespect that we just can't accept.
It was just like they expected us to be like not good, or just it was gonna be a good game. I don't know what they thought, but it just felt kind of disrespectful, like that they wanted Tulane, like specifically, just on their whole homecoming. So we took that with very much pride and just knowing we wanted to shut their party down.
We're going to their party, we're putting on our show. You guys
Yeah. Like, maybe make note of, like, hey guys, they wanted to play us on their homecoming. Like, and they're gonna put on a party. Let's make sure that we're the show.
You know, every school, they choose their homecoming game on the schedule. Thought we weren't gonna come in on 10 or 100, so that's what we took the chip on our shoulder, and we just made it personal about them actually trying to make us their homecoming game. So, yeah.
Felt a little bit disrespected that they chose us to be their homecoming, because most of the time you pick somebody you know you can beat. And we just came in with that chip on our shoulder, and we were ready to play. We were excited.
They decided to put on a party. We're bringing the show. We got let's do a party. Hey, our day. It's all about us. B. Wave it up. B. Wave it up. B. Wave it up. Let's whoop that. From me on 2. 1, 2. Brotherhood on 2. 1, 2. Brotherhood. Let's go.
This week, we challenged the offense to start fast, and boy, did they respond.
Pocket holds over the middle. Dante Fleming crossing right at the 20. Right sideline, trip down outside the numbers. And play action. Mensa looking left, now firing over the middle, and it is caught! Touchdown, Mario Williams!
Early on, nothing was stopping the wave on the ground.
And it'll be another handoff here for Mekhi Hughes. He turns the corner right side of the 40, down the sideline 50 into North Texas territory to the 40, high stepping inside the 35.
Or through the air.
Mensa firing deep over the middle. Yokeith Brown in stride, touchdown!
On that first touchdown, we planned that one like during the weekend film, knowing we was gonna get one-on-one. But it was just really not knowing like how that defender was gonna play me. We thought he was gonna do like a certain body turn, which he did. Once I scored, it was just on from there.
It wasn't just the offense that started hot. Special teams got in on the action early.
3 running inside the right numbers to the 20. Loses the football, it's loose at the 28, and Tulane's got it!
Just running down the field, we know Coach Mack prides us on everybody on that 11 thinking they're gonna make the tackle. So me coming down the field, I'm already thinking this is my play to make. So I'm glad my guys, we all ran down the field, filled the gaps correctly, and it came to my gap, and I was fortunate to make the play.
Josh told me he was gonna crash the first kickoff. Well, it didn't happen the first one, but it happened the second one. So after that, he already told me he was gonna go crash. And then I got off the block, and then the ball's right there. He had a fumble, and I picked it up.
It's a training ground. You know, special teams, you know, we talk about offense, defense. Sometimes I kid around that special teams is we fence. It's all of us together. And it's really a lot of fun to watch a young guy, a developmental player, if you will, start to grow in a special teams role. And a lot of times that creates confidence and carries over for them for their development in their offensive or defensive position as they go. And Josh is one of those guys right now.
If you know us, you know we are committed to the ground game. Ty Thompson would call his own number for our second score of the day.
Delayed draw, left side, all sorts of room. He's at the 10, lumbering to the 5, dives for the pylon. No signal yet, there it is, touchdown, Tulane.
Make no mistake, the UNT offense is explosive, and we knew they would respond. But we have a not-so-secret weapon. Mekhi Hughes comes up big again.
Hand off to Hughes, sweeping left, has a hole, 35, 40, down the sideline, 50, breaking away to the 40, to the 35, 30, and shoved out of bounds. Gets the carry, right side, up the middle, touchdown, Tulane.
Mekhi definitely dominated, set the tone for the game. You know, he set his career rushing record in a single game by halftime. The second half, they committed numbers to the run game when we had the lead, knowing we were going to try to be able to run the ball to sort of put the game on ice. But Mekhi really imposed his will by how he played.
We know the run game, was the key. Offensive line, the receiver, the tight end. Man, they did good, man. Open the hole for me. When I seen them, hit it. I wanted, get 200, but 195 is good to me.
After another UNT touchdown, we would have the last word of the first half.
Snap, spot good. Kick up on its way, and it is good.
Right.
A new season high for Jacob Barnes, 47 yards away. And with 28 seconds to play in this first half, it is now 31-17.
The message at the half, stay hungry and keep our foot on the gas.
Hey, the party ain't over yet. The party's just getting started. You about to relax. Hey, the show's about to get real right here. We good? Yes, sir. Hey, listen. Play for each other. Play for the team. Play for Pat. We ain't stopping. Don't stop. We ain't stopping. Everything you got.
In the second half, we picked up right where we left off. The run game setting up the pass game.
Has a seam down the right sideline, 30, inside the 20, and pushed out of bounds.
Alex Bauman would bring the boom with a 14-yard touchdown catch.
Mensah firing right side, got Bauman, got a touchdown, beautiful.
UNT would respond with another touchdown, and we would gamble on a fourth down near the red zone.
Got a man into the step in Dante Fleming, and he jumps up, he leaps for it, Tingle up for the ball at the 30, he's got it.
After coming up short, defense would need to step up.
Pressure does get there, and Morris is dropped. Blindside hit by Matthew Fobbs-White. The ball's out, and Tulane's got it.
Matthew Fobbs-White is another offseason success story for the Wave.
You have to always be upfront and honest with players about maybe where they are and where they need to be, and then be very clear about how do they get there. And Fobbs-White was a guy in the spring that you saw some physical ability, but really lacked some of the consistency to do things with discipline every day. Really through the summer, he got a little better. Through the first part of the training camp and the season, got a little bit better. And then the last 4 or 5 weeks has really kind of kicked it in to where he's making some big time plays and some moments of games that are changing the games for us.
I kind of doubted myself coming into my second season, and I didn't really believe in my abilities. But Coach Sumrall, his staff came around, a good group of genuine guys just came around and just uplifted me and just showed confidence in me. And knowing that they feel that way about me, it just allowed me to do my thing on the field.
It would only take one play to capitalize on the takeaway.
Give Brown running left side on a sweep, cuts upfield and into the end zone, touchdown.
Down the stretch, one thing was clear. We need to finish the game.
One point in that game, I think we all kind of thought it was in the bag. And against a team like that, with an offense like that, you can never relax. I think one week, Coach, our motto was stand two, and I feel like we kind of let our guard down a little bit towards the end. Now, they made some plays too there, and hats off to them. One drive was 23 plays, and we had opportunities to get off the field, and they made the plays to stay on the field, and we didn't make them to get off the field. So I think that's going forward. In some of those critical situations, whether it's a third down or a fourth down, you got to make those plays and get off the field, and then the offense has the ball back, and then they can start a drive.
I think we need to learn how to finish, drives on defense, get off the field, execute a little cleaner in all three phases, but in particular on defense, I thought we could have maybe finished the game a little more dominant than we did. I thought we kind of just slugged around a little at the end and didn't play as clean as we need to.
Special teams would come up big again as Bryce Bohannon would put the game on ice.
It's up in the air, and it's picked away by Bryce Bohannon, and that will do it today.
Any win is a cause for celebration, but this one meant a little more. When one of our brothers hurts, we all hurt. This win was for Pat.
Well, Pat's a special part of this team. He's from New Orleans. He returned home when he transferred back here. He went to John Ehret High School, left and came back. Lived with Mom. Mom's been such a, huge role in his life. They have a special relationship. And we're all heartbroken for Pat and for the family. And Pat means so much to everybody in this building. This entire team loves Pat because of how much he's given to this team. And so with him being unable to make the trip, we just talked a lot about making sure we honored Pat with how he played and honored his mom with how he played and giving that game what we had to play in their name.
I just had to let them know, like, we close, we brothers. I got your back. I know it's hard. And just keep going, brother, because she gonna want him to keep going, and I know he gonna see this one day and he gonna remember she was the reason he did it.
Coming onto the field without Pat, you know, breaking down the meetings without Pat, doing everything that we usually do throughout the week without Pat. And it was just like, I feel like that it warmed everybody's heart to see a big smile on his face, see him excited to see us. And I know that he definitely would want to be in that field with us last week.
Well, he might not know, but we had dedicated the game before the game even started. We said we was gonna play for Pat, because that's our brother, and we was hurting the whole week for him. So when we went out there and we played for him and seeing him after, he was smiling, it really gave, like, everybody felt like it was genuine, like everybody loves each other. It's a real brotherhood on this defense.
Whenever Pat's here, it's electric. And, you know, we all feel that vibe. So we knew he was down. We knew he wasn't gonna be able to be at the game with us. So just whenever Coach called him on that FaceTime call, seeing him smile after knowing he was watching the game, and we prided ourselves on making that game about him and for him. So for us to get that victory, it felt good to see him on that phone smiling.
After the game, to be able to celebrate in the locker room and have Pat on FaceTime and the guys celebrating, him smile and laugh and enjoy that moment even though he wasn't with us, it just is such a great reminder of about how we talk about family, but this is family.
You're back, man! Love you, dog. There you go. Celebrate with us. Celebrate with us. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Tulane, bringing the pain. Tulane, bringing the pain. Tulane, running the game, running the game, running the game.
We run the game by all means possible. 2010, this our year, we don't stop. I go by the name of Mr. Big Chris. I'm the main reason why your head coach pissed. Scratching teams off the list each and every week. Green Wave front page, just watch and see. Saturday, Superdome, where you wanna be. All expense paid trip. Tennessee. Holiday season, we going bowling, baby. TU, just believe we achieve, baby. I know the fans wondering where we been lately, but we